Hello, and welcome to episode 3 of my Age of Engineering video series. Some of you might be going, episode 3, what happened to episode 2? Well, funny story. Um, Lesson learned, if you are not the only one that has access to your computer system, make sure you double check that your mic is not muted. Needless to say, I recorded the entire episode, had it uploaded and published. A few hours later, my son comes in and says, "Hey, Dad, there's no audio on your video you just posted." So, given that, I'll give you a little tour of what happened in episode 2. Um, we managed to finish smelting the seared brick that we started in episode 1, got a little bit of a smeltery going, and did some exploring. ICT rubber tree farm, a regular rubber tree or regular tree farm, a cactus farm, and a little bit of a food farm so we don't starve. Doesn't seem like much, but going through the desert, collecting cactus, and then trying to find enough rubber trees to make a decent rubber tree farm took a little bit of time. In between episodes, I did get a mine started. This is my preferred style of mine. As I mentioned in episode 1, it's rather tedious and time consuming, but I like the visual aspect to it. It also makes it really convenient to be able to mine at different Y levels. So your different ores are more plentiful on different Y levels. And going by the 7x7, it just makes it look nice if you have your tinker's hammer or whatever and have a nice 3x3 tunnel. That's my preference. I know a lot of people that just staircase down and then start from there. But I like to take the time and just set this whole thing up. So, for today's episode, I'd like to see about getting our coke oven set up. And hopefully, with that, start getting into some basic machinery and some basic power gen. So, let's check our guide. Age of Engineering, Stone Age. So let's see, I know I saw it here. Okay, for the coke oven, you need seared bricks and lava wood. Okay, lava wood is made by pouring lava over wood planks with the smeltery. Okay, well, let's see what we can do with that. We have a little bit of molten iron in here. I'd like to make some casts. If I remember, it's 3:1 copper to aluminum for aluminum brass. Let's get that started here. And see if we can get some casts made and get some iron. Like it in ingot form, preferably. Have a few seared bricks here. Okay, for the coke brick, we need 4 seared brick and 4 lava wood, which creates 2, which means we need to do the recipe 4 times, so I need 56 seared brick and 56 lava wood. I currently have 32 seared brick, so we're going to need to generate some more of that, as well as make our lava wood. I am going to sacrifice one of these seared brick and see if we can make our ingot cast. Okay, aluminum brass, 2 ingots, 6 nuggets. Oh, I must have had it backwards. Okay, let's get some more bauxite. So it's 3 aluminum to 1. Okay. Oh, math. Okay. So if I use 1 more aluminum, that should at least give us even ratios. There we go. 4 ingots, 5 ingots. That'll work. Okay. Okay, we now have an ingot cast. Excellent. Let's start casting some iron. The reason I'm doing the iron is because I would like to create a tank. More specifically, an Ender IO fluid tank. What's nice about the fluid tanks from Ender IO, they hold 16 buckets of fluid, but you can also configure them to push or pull fluids, which once we get the coke oven started, it'll help pull out the creosote and allow us to create a lot more coal coke than we could without it. So we need iron bars, which is 6 iron. We're also going to need a little glass. We'll go ahead and just make up 8 of those. No sense in wasting. Oh, there's some additional seared brick. Well, that's good. We have the seared brick we need. I had completely forgotten those were in there. No sense wasting coal and doing less than 8 operations at a time. There's probably mini coal or small coal or whatever, but that's okay. We're going to need the glass later on anyway, so there's no reason not to just do 8. Okay, 10. Actually, that should do it for that. Let's make our iron bars. Grab the glass. And we have achieved fluid tank. Put some of this stuff away. This. I'm going to need to create some more storage, it looks like. Oh, I also created up some storage drawers just for some bulk items that I like to have a lot of on hand. I like to keep some of these materials for building, particularly like these 2 color schemes together, so whenever I'm mining I keep those. Okay, now we need let's set up 3 of these. Oh, we are short. Okay. Never mind, let's put that away. At least get 1 more iron going. I'm trying to get 3 iron ingots so I can create a bucket, and then we're going to go fill our tank full of lava. Actually, while we're at it, I wouldn't mind having an iron pick. Because I know I'm going to need to go mining for some redstone if I'm going to automate this, the smeltery system, or if I'm going to automate the creation of the lava wood. I'm also going to need some hoppers. What's the recipe for the hoppers? Is it still the same? I know. Okay, so I need aluminum instead of iron. Okay, let's go ahead and get some of that going as well. 2 hoppers should be good. It's going to create more aluminum brass, isn't it? Alright. Derps are happening right and left today. Okay, there's my bucket. I should probably just quit while I'm ahead. Alright, how much of my aluminum did I destroy? Quite a bit of it. Well, I'm going to have enough aluminum brass to make pretty much every cast that I want. What a waste, what a waste. Well, what are you going to do? I want to even this out so we can... Alright, 1 more nugget, 3 more nuggets maybe? There we go. Alright, no more wasting of aluminum. 6, 9, 10. Make some hoppers. And I need to fill up my tank full of lava. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Make our chests. Okay, 2 hoppers. Now we're looking good. And I do not recall where... I don't remember finding lava. So, if I recall correctly, it's been a while, the lava pool was in the overworld in the desert biome. Okay, so this direction. Let's go fill up this tank and make some lava wood. There again, it's going to require 56. So, run past everything. Go for a little dip. Uh-oh, skeleton's shooting at us. That's right. He can't catch me. And there's our lava pool. Excellent. Now we just fill this thing up. One of the nice features of this tank is it does retain its fluids when you break it, so makes it very convenient transporting the fluids. Okay, back to the base. I'm hoping through mining and everything I find a much more convenient lava pool so I don't have to keep running over here every time I need to refill on lava. That's something I'll probably take care of off camera. I'm thinking I'm going to do the majority of my mining off of camera just because it's so tedious to watch. If I need something real quick, we may catch some of it there, but for the most part, that's probably going to be the plan. Okay, so let's get this thing going. Set that there. Casting basin. Mine a little bit of this out here. Going to need a chest. Okay, we'll set that there. Tie in one of our hoppers to our chest. Tie the other hopper to the casting basin. We are going to borrow one of the faucets. Also, we'll just stick a block on top. I'll show you why here in a moment. Okay, I did find some resources as I was just digging straight down into creating my mine. So I do have a little bit of redstone. So let's use that. All right, something here. Oh, I have sticks. I need to make a redstone torch real quick. And a lever while I have the sticks out. Okay, there's our redstone clock. We'll stick that up there. Put our lever on so we can turn it on and off. And finally, we need our 56 wood. Here we go. Place that in the hopper. So, here we go. And what this will do is it'll allow us to automate our lava wood. Yay! Otherwise, you have to sit there and click on the spout and do it all manually. This way, it's completely out of our hands. All right. So, I think we're doing well. Let's take a look at what's required for the next age. So, industrial age. Looks like to start that we need to create an IC2 forge hammer. What is the recipe for that? Hammer. Forge hammer. It's going to require 5 iron and 2 treated sticks. Okay, well that's why they recommend making the coke oven, I guess, so we can get creosote and have treated lumber. Very good. Once we get there, what are we doing? We want to make steel so we can craft flint and steel and go to the nether. They want us to build the first machines from Industrial Craft 2. So we need to find rubber, which we have. We have the trees. Need to make a forge hammer. The forge hammer will be used to make plates. Each plate requires 2 ingots. Oh, that's going to be pretty wasteful. It says you need to make a metal former pretty fast and a macerator to double your ores. Okay, so metal former, macerator. The macerator needs 8 diamonds. Ooh. And the metal former needs 4. Okay, that's a bit expensive. Also, to be able to craft the metal former, you need a compressor. Okay, so we need metal former, macerator, compressor. Making an extractor is a good investment, so you use less sticky resin. So that one sounds like it's kind of optional. Early game solid power options besides the normal generator are solar panels, wind turbines, and semi-fluid generators that can run on tier 2 canola oil. Okay. If I remember correctly, industrial craft 2 generators are not fuel efficient. If we're going to use those, I need a lot of coal. How am I doing? I've done very minimal mining. Most of what I have is just from setting up the mine itself. So over here, what do I have? I have 315 coal. That's not going to be anywhere near enough. Okay, next on the list is making the blast furnace. It needs heat, not EU. Okay. So you need an electric heater with coils to convert EU to heat. Okay, so we need industrial craft 2 blast furnace so we can make steel. I'd much rather use the immersive engineering blast furnace. It just requires coal coke, doesn't require power. What's the recipe for that? Let's see, blast brick. Okay, so we need slag, which is a byproduct of creating steel to make the actual blast furnace. So same recipe for coke oven, so we would need 56 slag, which means we need to make 56 steel in the industrial craft blast furnace before we can even try and create the immersive engineering blast furnace. Okay, nice. See how well this thing is gated? Yeah. There is no way to skip or run around. I've gone through JEI trying to see if there's a way to speed this up, and there is no way around it. The industrial craft blast furnace is super slow. If you're using a generator to power it, it just requires an immense amount of coal to run. So yeah, I may end up letting this run off cam and just letting it run overnight or something to try and help speed up the steel process, because that thing is going to just take forever. How are we doing on our load? We're getting close. Okay. At least we can get some coal coke going. 56. Okay, so there's the seared brick we're going to need for it. Come on. 10 more. So, poll time. Some people like to just leave their base wide open. Just a big field like this and have their machines and everything set up. Others like to have it enclosed. Leave comments Let me know what you think. I'm kind of leaning towards taking the extra time creating a huge factory type building. Um, a lot of that, it's I have a style in mind in my head that's going to require a lot of seared brick. But um, let me know what you think. If you'd rather just kind of see me try and run through the progressions as fast as we can, then I will skip trying to do all the aesthetics and having a pretty base and all that and just do bare minimum. But that's not typically my play style. I prefer to go through, try and dress things up a little bit. Um, while we're waiting for that to finish up, these are rubber trees. Each one of these trees, if you notice, has these little orange spots or nodes on them. That's where the actual material that you want is located. And in order to harvest that, you need a what's called a tree tap. Just 5 planks, not too hard. And then you right click on each one of the nodes. Then you get your sticky resin. The nodes, they do replenish, they come back over time. If you hit a node and then you hit it again, you can get more resin out of it, but then the node won't regenerate. So typically just harvest at one time and then just wait for it to replenish. That's why I try and have several rubber trees so I can go through and get as much resin as I can in one shot. Okay, let's see. Got everything there. Looking. All right, oh, one more. All right, once you have your sticky resin, then all you have to do is smelt it up. And from this, you get rubber. Okay, we have our lava wood. Let's see, there's the rubber. Rubber is used quite a bit in IC2 machines. It's used to cover the wires, act as insulation, things like that for the machines. So we'll be using quite a bit of it. We'll stick that in there. Okay. Coke. And there's our 28 coke brick. So the coke oven, it is a 3x3x3. Let's see, how do I want to line this up here? Do I want to line it up there or back here? Let's line it up with this. Okay, the 3x3 is solid in the middle. And as I'm doing this, I once again just remembered that I need something. I am not doing well today as far as being prepared for everything that I need. How much? Okay, very good. We need 2 iron ingots. And we are going to need a couple sticks, 2 sticks, 2 iron, and 1 string. And we have our engineer's hammer. Once you have your coke oven created, Give it a whack in the center with your engineer's hammer, and now we have our coke oven. Let's go ahead and get a stack of coal going. Put the remainder back. Offload some of my inventory. Get rid of the redstone. What else do we have? Got a lot of cobblestone in my inventory. The glass. Put the glass away. We'll go over here and put the bauxite away. Okay. So for my cobblestone storage, my basic drawer is full. So I'm going to have to come up with another option. Let's see, drawer upgrades. Let's see what we have on. Okay, let's try upgrades. Alright, here's our drawer upgrades. So we need an upgrade template, which means we need some form of drawer and sticks. Okay, that seems simple enough. A drawer is made by, we need a chest, and then we run planks along the top and the bottom, and then we have our drawer. Whatever type of wood, well, depending on your mod pack, but in this mod pack, whatever type of wood you put above and below your chest, that's going to be the type of material that your drawer is going to look like. So if I'd have used birch or whatever, I'd have birch drawers, etc. So let's take that, surround that. Okay, now we have our upgrade template. What is the least expensive? Let's see, what do we have? What do I have over here? I do have some gold. Let's, what does take for the gold template? Okay. It actually requires, requires an iron template. And then this requires an obsidian template. Okay. Well, we might just wait on that for a moment. Stick that in the drawer. In the meantime, you know what? Let's just do this. I can always use the chest later on. And I just want to get some of this out of my inventory so I always keep a stack with me just in case. Okay, very good. Let's check our coke oven. How are we doing? Alright, we have a bucket of creosote. Fantastic. So, what are we going to do with this? Well, we are going to make some treated wood. So the way of doing that, make a circle of your wood, stick your creosote in the center, and then you get 8 treated wood planks. From that, same recipe, 2 planks makes 4 sticks. And you know what, I've been trying to be conservative with this since it doesn't ore double, but you know what, we're going to need it, so let's just go ahead and get that started. Now, we're finished with this setup, so let's go ahead and disassemble this. The nice thing is now we can just turn around and sort of automate our ingot process here. Okay. Oh, misclicking all over the place. Okay, let's set our chest down. Put that back over there. Cover that back up with dirt. Fill that back in. Put that there temporarily so we can put our timer in. Okay, we're finished with that. Turn our on off. And finally, move our tank. That little bit of lava is not going to go to waste. We will set this right here underneath the smeltery tank. Right click on the tank, configure it, go to the top here, and we're going to configure it to push. And then what it'll do is it'll push all the remaining lava out of this tank back up into this tank. Eventually we'll go through, we'll fill this up, we'll set it back in here, and then we should have quite a bit of lava that'll last us pretty good amount of time. Okay, we have our 10 iron ingots. Okay, 2 sticks, 5. Okay, are we ready? Age of Engineering, Age 1, Industrial Age. All right. Let's take our trophy. And where should we place it? Do we want to place it now, or should we wait until we have a proper home? Oh, decisions. Well, let's take a look at it anyway. So let's see what we've got here. All right, let's just set it here for right now. Oh, has my name on it. And a little rotating forge hammer. Very cool. All right. You guys are probably screaming at me, you're gonna starve, you're gonna starve. So let's go ahead and replenish our food situation. There we go. Now I won't start taking starvation damage. All right. Well, now we have our forge hammer. And let's go ahead and get some more iron going here. If it's going to require 2 iron per plate, that's only 3 plates right there. So this is going to get rather expensive. We're going to need a lot of iron. I can see it already. We need a lot of iron. We need a lot of coal. That probably means there's going to be a lot of off-camera mining. All right, so we are going to need power generation regardless of what we do. So generator, if I could spell, there we go. Power industrial craft 2 generator. So, all right, we need 3 iron plates and an iron furnace and a battery. Iron furnace is a regular furnace with 5 plates, so we are now up to 8 iron plates. The battery, we need tin casings and tin cable. Insulated tin cable, here's the rubber I was talking about. Tin cable, we need tin plate and cutters. Okay, cutters, more iron plates, so now we're up to like 11. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of iron. 11 iron plates, that's 22 iron just to make the plates. Okay, this I can see is going to be very expensive very quickly. All right, so It said we needed 10 osmium. Let's see if we have any 10. Here we go. Let's get 16 of that going. Boy, it went through everything in there quickly. I like that. 22 iron. Okay, very good. So we are going to need, what did I say, 22? Let's go ahead and get those going. Okay, this is the recipe, I believe. Yep, for the cutters. We need a vanilla furnace. Surrounded by iron plates. And then we have our 3 iron plates. Now we just need to make the battery. Aluminum, brass, tin. Okay. Check this again. So we need 10 item casings. Item casings are hammered tin plates. We get 2 per. Okay, so we need 2 plates to make 4 casings. 2 plates. That's 4 tin. If I can math. 2 plates. Okay. Oh, we needed the tin wire, didn't we? Okay, let's do that. Cutter. Now we get 3 tin cables. Ooh, achievement, energy flow. Check for our rubber. We might as well go ahead and insulate all 3 tin cables. We're probably going to need them eventually anyway. Okay, so for the battery, we need 2 redstone also. Okay, battery and generator. Achievement gets suitable power. Very good. So it sounds like we should probably try and start getting our blast furnace going as soon as possible, so we can try and get to a better, more efficient form of steel production as quickly as we can. So let's take a look at blast. Okay, blast furnace. More iron, lots of iron. Basic machine casing, what is that? Oh, more iron plates. You know what? Let's just get this going here, because it's gonna take all the iron I have and then some. Let's just get that going. Okay, so what else? Heat conductor. So we need copper plates. Okay, then I made aluminum brass instead of copper. Okay, we need copper. As soon as this finishes melting, we'll get that going. And here we go. Here we go. Okay. So basically iron and copper and rubber. Okay. So it says the blast furnace, if I recall, runs off of heat. And we have a liquid heat exchanger. I don't believe we're ready for that yet. No, that requires iridium ore, and we are way beyond getting iridium. How do we get it? Dungeons, compressing, you get iridium shards. 9 creates an iridium ore, or a molecular transformer. Okay. 9 million EU. Yeah, no, we're not going to get that with our little generator. So, electric heater. What do we need? More iron, another battery, so it's just tin and redstone. A heat conductor, there again, just copper. And electronic circuit, which doesn't look too bad. I mean, we got redstone, a little iron, and some copper. So, all right, well, that's doable. Completely doable. Let's go ahead and mark out a temporary home for our machines here. What do you think? Let's keep everything condensed. Maybe we'll just set it right here along this wall for now. Once I get it outlined for the base set up, we'll have designated areas for all the different machines and everything. Okay, we'll set the generator there. That way it's relatively close to our coal and our coal coke. See how our hours are smelting here. Get some more iron going. And there's our copper, iron. Okay. So we need copper plates. And we'll just make several of those because we're going to need them. In fact, more than that. Then we need, let's see, no. If I recall, we need this. Each one of them needs that. We're going to need iron item case. So 3, 1, 2, 3, which gives us 6 iron casings. Okay, we have those, we have that. Need another battery, which means we need 2 more tin, which gives us 4 of those. I told you we were going to need these cables. A couple of those, go like this and this. Okay, there's our battery. And finally, electronic circuit. So we need copper cables, redstone, and a plate. Let's go ahead and get the plate. Let's make some copper cabling. Where is it? There it is. Okay, we get 2 from 1 plate. Oops. Wrong tool. Okay, so we're going to need more copper. This is going to be very expensive. Can't wait till we get a few machines made and start cutting down the cost and get some decent power gen going. I'm not real familiar. I've played with a little bit of IC2, but I'm not real familiar with it, so we're going to do the best we can to generate power and make it livable with what I do know. Okay, let's see. Copper plate. 2 more cables. We'll insulate those cables. Couple redstone. And that should be that. And there we have electric heater. Now if I remember, if I place it this way, like such, the heater and the blast furnace each have one of these orange squares on it, and they have to face one another. So when we do the heater, we're actually going to have to place it this way to make sure that those two are facing one another. Okay, so now blast furnace. What do we need for you? Iron casing. Okay, we are not going to have enough iron for that. Going to need that. Eight of these for the casing. Okay, so we have that. Or for the basic machine casing. For these casings, 8, 2 per, so we need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, which gives us 8 of these. And we have our heat conductor. And there's our blast furnace. Okay, very good. Create this here so we can face it this direction. Okay, that should line those up. Okay, electric heater. What did it say about that? I remember reading. Okay. Needs the electric heater at least one coil to convert it to heat. So we need a coil. What does that entail? Industrial craft coil. Okay. Iron surrounded by copper cables. Good thing we have more copper. Okay, I don't know, let's, from things I've read, probably need 3 coils, so that's 8, 16, 24. Yeah, that's not going to be anywhere near enough, but that's okay, we'll make what we have. Okay, that should give us 1 coil. We're going to need, okay, we're going to need more copper. Okay, I know we're kind of running a little long on time here. I would like to at least get this part of the build finished. We're also still going to need a compressor because the blast furnace requires compressed air. So there is one other machine we're going to have to create prior to being able to get this started. So as soon as the coils are done, come on, come on, come on. form. Where's our cutters? All right. So one more plate should do it. Okay, put our 2 iron in, surround them, and there's our coils. Now we can transfer 30 heat units max. Okay, well, it looks like we made some pretty good progress. We entered the next age. We're getting close to having some steel production. So next episode, we'll go ahead, we'll get the compressor set up, we'll get our steel production going, and then maybe we'll look and we'll see what it'll take to move on into the calculation age. So that's it for today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next episode. Thanks for watching.